awareness session on Secure Her AI Threat Awareness and Digital Safety for Women and Girls on the occasion of International Women's Day. This session is presented by Information Security Education and Awareness Project of Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology (MeitY) with active support from Data Security Council of India. For today's session, I would like to invite our expert, Ms. Smriti Bali, who is a senior leader at DSCI. She played a key role in championing cybersecurity awareness, particularly amongst youth. She is credited with initiating and shaping Cyber for Youth program and impactful nationwide efforts designed to equip students with essential cyber safety knowledge and digital resilience. Under her guidance, Cyber for Youth initiative has expanded its reach through partnerships with different educational institutes, fostering a culture of responsible internet use among students and women community. Thank you, Smriti, for joining us today. Over to you.
Thank you, Srishti. I hope I'm audible to everyone.
Yes.
Cybersecurity, digital safety for women is very, very important. In the real world, when we leave our house or we park our car or any other vehicle that we are driving, whenever we are around it, we are very careful about locking them. And even when we are very careful of talking to the strangers in the real world. But when we enter into the digital world, these safety measures which we apply in our real world goes for a toss, and we just become casual about them. So digital world is an extension of a real world, and hence it should have the same boundaries. It should have the same protection and the right to be safe online as well as it is in the real world. So, if before we get into the do's and don'ts to be on internet and what are the threats that are currently available for women, not only in India but across, but we will be talking here about what are the digital reality for women in India. Let's have some data which is currently there in many of the reports. So 47% of Indian women are being harassed online, and 60% of the cases go unreported because most of the offenders are behind the systems, and we really don't know who is stalking us or who is harassing us. And because of this, and most importantly, sometimes we keep silent, we don't report those matters. And hence, the data shows that since 2023, the cybercrime has risen 2x against women since 2023, and these are the reports as of now. And which means that there's another data point that we can arrive is one out of three women is stalked online, and stalking is generally is not is converts into harassment in within no point in time. So it's very, very important for all of us to understand what are the key threats for us when we are getting into the digital world. The first and foremost is cyber stalking. Actually, if you understand cyber stalking, it doesn't appear to be a threat. It is just it starts with an attention which doesn't you don't mind it, but as and when it gets unwanted, it becomes rigorous, and you find it everywhere. That is when this attention makes you uncomfortable, and this converts into cyber stalking. For example, if some woman has change a job, and she posted a post on LinkedIn that I've moved from this organization to that, somebody might comment on that, or may ask her to connect, and comments on those posts of hers maybe go beyond back of the years, and start commenting and liking those posts. Initially you don't mind such behavior, but understand that after a few weeks or few months, the person is tracking your movement online, and if they are on professional sites like LinkedIn, they must be stalking you on other websites like Instagram and Facebook if you are there and posting very regularly. And after a few weeks or after some time, you are being they know your office location, they know your traveling pattern, and etc. So what is that common thing? Or there's another example that we can give is a woman is sitting in a cafe, and she downloaded an app so that the picture which she clicks and posts on the social media is pretty perfect in terms of her looks and all. And while downloading those apps, she didn't paid attention to the to those permissions which she's giving to downloading those apps. Whether so she didn't pay attention to all of that, and suddenly she posts that picture of hers onto the social media, and there is someone who can read the metadata which is there on the app and on the image, which can reveal the location where she is sitting. So these are small things that we do inadvertently, unknowingly, but we land up ourselves into problems. So what is one thing common in all those things is the person need not to go out of their place, they need not to follow us, but still collecting those information that are available on public platforms, on social media websites, they can easily harass us. So another kind of threat that is being there is morphed images and deepfake, which I will be taking up much in detail in our upcoming slides. Then there is online harassment and trolling of any of your posts on Instagram. Maybe there will be certain chat rooms that will be developed, and there are instances also when you put your opinion on somebody, on a national security, or not a security specifically, on any matter. Maybe some two countries are in an alteration in geopolitical situations, and you have an opinion about it, and they can be, you can see there is a coordinated abuse on social media against you. So all these and online harassment and trolling are also a kind of a threat. These are personal threats that you can experience online, and then there are some financial scams that can happen to you, although these scams do not differentiate between the genders, but still female do fall privy to such financial scams. And then there is identity theft, where your Aadhaar card, your PAN numbers, and other personal data informations can be used to commit any crime or do any fraud. So these are the primarily threats. Although these whatever threats that are currently available will have any of these forms. So we have categorized into these primarily 5 broad categories. As we move forward to the next slide, uh, today we are being talking about this AI, right? So AI, artificial intelligence, is a great tool, but it is very important for us to understand that how we are using this tool. So in the first picture, as you can see, this girl Tanya wants to just have fun and see how this AI works. So she posts her picture and at it's in Twitter AI tool Grok, and gives a command that put hey Grok, put a guy that hugs me from the back. Now this AI tools does what has been asked for. However, now once the picture is posted on this tool, the ownership of this picture becomes the ownership of now loses this girl loses the ownership of the picture, or maybe shares the ownership with this AI tool Grok. So somebody on that application again wanted to play, or wanted to have fun on this picture, and then he further suggested that Grog make this guy to Tom Cruise, who is hugging this girl from behind, and the tool does it. So with this transition, you can imagine the kind of damage that can happen to this picture, which she just posted to maybe understand how this AI tool works, or maybe to have little bit of entertainment, or maybe she was getting bored and she just wanted to see how this works. But it is very important that for what purposes we use this AI tools for. So as we move to the next slide, we can see that somebody wanted to post wanted to have there's a very old photograph of his father, which he wants to have little clarity and relive the memories. So he put the same picture onto the Grog and asked them to make it clear, and that's the outcome is that it is a very clearer picture as it was earlier. So it is very important that we should understand how we are using this AI tool. Having said that these tools can be very dangerous for you, it is more we should not restrict ourselves from using these tools, but it is very important to know what are the safety measures that are being available in each of these tools that can protect your misuse of the information that you are sharing, whether it is images or it is maybe any content. For example, the first if you talk about the image, how you can restrict any third person to modify, or any third person to make any changes on your picture, whether it is on Twitter or Grok or anywhere else. So this girl Divya puts a restriction, a privacy setting on Grok, that any picture, whether it is published or unpublished, should not the third party should not ask, or any third party ask for to make any edit in this picture should not be allowed. Now, this guy puts up a LinkedIn post, or maybe somebody must have posted of any award and achievement on Twitter. Then he mentioned that this picture now belongs to Twitter, so make the edit and make the hair color red. But because this girl has already put the restrictions in place, Grok did not entertain the third party request. So, which means that all the AI tools which we use, before we start using the tool, it is very, very important. First, the purpose for which we are using, we understand the purpose for which we are using it. And secondly, understand the privacy settings, how to safeguard your identity and misuse of the information, probably which will go onto these tools or platforms or applications for your personal use. As we move forward, these applications can, as I've explained, and it is a fact that more than 50% of the images generated by Grok were non-consensual and sexual images, and they were primarily targeted women. So we can understand that being a woman, we are more prone to such kind of an targeting things. So we need to be very, very careful. We have talked about cyber stalking and digital abuse, in a little bit in detail. So the most important for us is to recognize it, how, when it is starting, report it. And once you report it, we can ensure to a larger extent that it will stop. So these are the warning signs, that you can identify, that you are getting unwanted messages and calls, somebody is tracking you online, maybe somebody has created a fake profile of yours, or maybe one of your friend, and now wanted to be friends with you. There are threatening or manipulative messages, or maybe there is something that you have by mistakenly you have added a friend request which you were probably the person you were not known of, and now they are pressurizing you to share some intimate content. So these are the signs of cyber stalking and digital abuse. So what while we understand these signs, what is that one thing that we should do? Ensure that you create and save all the evidence of this abuse. So take the screenshots, block the person from all the platforms, whether it is your phone number, WhatsApp, Instagram, wherever that person is available. It is very, very important to file the complaint. As we have seen in the previous slides, the matters have increased because they have not been reported. So there's cybercrime.gov.in is the official website where you can report. You have a helpline 1930 also to report. And sometimes, even if you are aware of the solutions in your hand, but still you want to discuss or you want to evaluate which one or what should you do. So it is very, very important that you don't keep this information, this abuse or stalking to yourself, and talk to anybody, any trusted person, and discuss this, and then certainly file a complaint and report it. As we move forward, digital stalking and digital abuse is there, but it has grown to a new level, which is now deep fake. So deep fake is a form of artificial intelligence which uses deep learning to create videos and images of yours, and these images are being used to match your face and your voice on someone else, right? So this deep learning tool, they analyze different angles of your photograph, and they will create many angles, so that whenever the images is come out, nobody from any one of us cannot make out whether it is a fake video. It is that real, it is close to the original. So this is kind of a deep fake images threat is which is available, which is an image. But there is another thing which is voice cloning. In this voice cloning, the audio is collected. So this audio can be collected again from any platform. You are doing a vlog, or maybe you are singing somewhere. You have posted something on any singing website. Maybe you are talking on an event. So anywhere they can collect the audio of yours. They will record and validate the recordings of the sentences. And this is the process how this voice cloning happens. They will repeat this process to grow the size of the data and generate a new database. And with this new data set, using the machine learning tool, they are able to create a very similar voice of yours, which will match with your face expressions, your voice modulation, and everything. So this kind of a deep fake video is created. Now, what this deepfake video can do harm to you, right? One is certainly there can be fake news that can be circulated in your name, where it will have your face and your voice. The other kind of scam that can happen is it's a real case study, which we have put in here, that a lady, Delhi-based woman, loses 1,40,000 in this AI voice scam, where the fraudster mimicked the nephew's voice, creating the urgent need for a financial help. And she, without checking with the normal checks that can happen, maybe she would have called the nephew or some other measure that can have been taken, she transferred the money. So this is how the scam has happened, and she lost money. So these are the two ways where the deepfake can also tarnish your image as an individual, and it can also land you up in some kind of a financial problem as well. Over to the next slide, please. So once we are talking about the scams, it is very, very important that we should address this digital arrest, which is very. I thought while I was, preparing this PPT, that it is now known to everyone. So probably people are not falling prey to it, but with the recent news that are being coming and cases are being reported, it is still being very, very relevant. So in this case, digital arrest, it is a kind of a cybercrime where the fraudster pretends to be a law enforcement or maybe a police officer, and they create a fabricated acquisitions that maybe your Aadhaar card has been used to procure some illegal weapons, and we have seized those weapons, so now you have to pay. Or maybe yours, if they understand whether the person whom they are talking to is a mother or a sister, they will fabricate that maybe your brother or son has been arrested at the airport with some drugs and all, and you have to if you want to release him, so transfer this much of money. So we it is very, very important for us to understand that, first of all, police doesn't reach out to us in this manner. Second, we should not attend or accept any video call from any unknown number or such kind of display names, because the display name as it is being visible in this picture is police station, Mumbai police station, but this is a display name. The actual number will be very, very different, which we cannot see. So unless and until you are very sure of whom you are accepting, you should avoid accepting any video call on WhatsApp from anyone. And these digital arrests, the important part to note is these digital arrest has happened to a span of more than ranging from 12 hours to 48 hours, which means that the person was under the threat was created in such a manner, and there were some other techniques that was used, that the person could not break that barrier, and were forced to transfer the money up to for 48 hours, and the amount that people have lost has more than 20 crores as well. So it is not a small scam, because this scammers primarily runs on the fear mechanism and fear mongering in this case. And next slide, please. So while we have discussed in detail, there is nothing new that will come up that can safeguard you while you're on social media. But probably it is something that you need to be very, very well aware of and be careful of. While, as I mentioned in my opening remark, that we are very careful when we are in the real world. So we need to apply the same security and carefulness while we are online. So your profile, the first and foremost is you need to create your profile to private, which means that on Instagram and Facebook, most of us need some validation in forms of followers and all, and we just forget that once we make our profile public, we invite unnecessary trolling and harassment as well. So it's very, very important. And sometimes there are certain apps are being the apps are updated, and then the privacy setting gets changed. So it is very, very important that we go periodically go and check our privacy settings, and it should remain private in most of the cases. We all know that we should not accept any unknown friend request. And the location tagging is something that we just don't pay attention to, that what the location tagging or what the person will get to know, if even if we do not turn off our location. So most of the times the location can may not do a direct harm to you, but it can also harm probably in your locality, in your family, to anyone, or how those locations can be used, how that information can use. It's something that we cannot even imagine. So once we are downloading any app, for example, if I wish to play a game for my entertainment, and once I'm downloading that game, the game will ask me to give permission to access my contacts. I should know what this game will do to my contacts, right? Or what they will ask to access my media files or my camera or photographs, right? And location as well. So I should know that I'm downloading this game only for my entertainment, and I just wanted to be entertained for a few hours or so. So this application need not to have these permissions. So please do not give this permissions just in a hurry to download that application. And there are applications who do not allow you to move forward once these permissions are not being given. So please be careful that why this permission is important for that application. Take your call and be careful. And again, it is very, very important that we should be careful with our photos and things. So password power is another very, very important tool that we all know that strong passwords have strong protection. So as I most of the time say that life should be simple, but your password should be very, very complicated. So we all know that we should have minimum 8 to 12 characters of password. It should have some special characters and all that. Most the thing the error which we make generally, even I have seen that people make, is they create one password everywhere, because it's very, very difficult for us to remember those passwords, those complicated passwords. For maybe Instagram it is different, for Facebook it is different, for some app it is different, for bank login it is different. It is very, very difficult. Please make these difficulties a part and parcel of your life, because it will safeguard your interest and your footprints on the digital arena. Because whatever we put on internet, we all know that it remains on internet. We cannot delete it. So the only weapon in our hand is to put our security in place, and password is a very, very powerful tool to put our security into place. And there is one important thing while we are discussing about password is whenever we are not logging in from our own devices. For example, if I have to access my Gmail and I do not have my laptop and my phone in front of me, and I take my friend's laptop or phone and log in, make sure that you log out from there. Because once you keep yourself login, or you forget to log out, if her or his mobile gets compromised, your Gmail will also get compromised. So something may not directly hit you, but maybe you have done some error by not logging off, can land you in trouble. So these are interconnected things which we should always remember while we are on online internet, while we are on internet, on application, and wherever we are. So we have discussed about the safe browsing and app permissions little bit in detail. So these are primarily the safe browsing tips that I would recommend. The first important is put HTTPS before entering into any data. While if you have to make any banking transaction or shopping, please avoid using public Wi-Fi. If we are on airport, we should avoid taking airport Wi-Fi. We should use our mobile data for that. And most of the times now, WhatsApp has become a second medium of conversations. SMS has taken over, WhatsApp has taken over SMS. So please do not click on any unknown links on WhatsApp. It is a very foundational tip for being safe online. And we should use Chrome and Firefox, which are considered to be the trusted browsers for browsing any websites. And there is Google has provided some safe browsing enablers. So please ensure that you enable them on your phone as well. So as I've mentioned already, while you are using any app, please make sure, for example, if you're downloading Blinkit, then your location, access to your location is very, very important. But you should not give access to your camera, contacts, and messages for that matter. Similarly, if you are downloading any app for better photographs and all, then again, location doesn't matter and access to contacts should not matter. Only access to camera and mic should be important. So please evaluate the app, its usage, why you are downloading that app or why you want to use that app, and accordingly give the permissions. And if there is any app which does not allow you to go further, if you don't give permission, it means that there is something that you don't understand. Please avoid that app. And there are many apps that are available. You go for an alternate app, and once your app is downloaded on your system, it is very very important that what kind of a storage you give that app to on your system. So the restrict the storage of the content that app saves or allows you to share. Next slide, please. So while we have discussed in detail about, you know, the digital safety while you're online, and how the harassment can happen to an individual, and especially women and girls online, there are also fraudsters who are taking this social media platform as a tool to lure you on some and do a financial scam as well. So, I mean, currently this is a very devastating scam that is very, very regular, and we are finding a lot of complaints on this. That the scammer spends weeks and months in building a deep emotional connect or friendship with you, maybe on Facebook or Instagram, regularly talking to you, and the intention is to gain your trust. Once the scammer is able to gain your trust, they will create a conversation where they would suggest you to create, have a extra income of maybe 5,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees. Or you may invest in cryptocurrency. They may advise you to invest in Bitcoin or maybe in share market and all. And they would, promote you, or maybe they would lure you to invest in that app. And they might say also that they have been making good money, out of making those right choices of investments. So they'll guide you to download some app which will not be available on Google Play Store. So the apps which are there on Google Play Store are verified by Google, and hence they are very safe. So they might say that it is not currently showing on your phone. So they will give you a link, and they will ask you to download the app from that link. Once you download that app, they will ask you to put an initial amount of money, to start with, so that you can yourself see how your money is growing. For example, you put 5,000 rupees, and then you will see on that app everything that your money is growing. You are gaining money. 5,000 has become 6,000 in a 2 day transactions. Your money has been invested in this much of equity and funds, or maybe cryptocurrency, or whatever medium they have used. And then that will again gain your trust to the next level, and you will put, out of greed, you will put more money. And the final trap comes when they ask you to withdraw, when you want to withdraw. So when you want to withdraw that money which you have invested, or maybe you have made, including the profits which you have made, they will ask for some taxes and fees. And once that is also paid to them, suddenly the app will become non-operational, and you will not find any link, neither that person who was once a friend with you on that platform. So this is how the social media platforms are used to ditch you. And there is also the things that WhatsApp groups are being created, and it has happened in my close family, where the person lost more than 15 lakhs. The only connection was from this case study which I have currently displayed, is he was able to withdraw money, 25,000, 10,000, to gain more trust. And when he was completely in control of that fraudsters, the group of fraudsters, he put in a lot of money, maybe five. He started with 1 lakh, then 2 lakh more, and then put in one shot 10 lakhs. And once there was a pool of 15 lakhs, and he wanted to withdraw, they all vanished. So this is how these investment grooming scams are happening. They lure you for something that is not real, and then you fall trap of it. Next slide, please. So one is those how you are being fooled using those social media platforms. These are straight UPI financial cyber safety tips that you can remember while you are online. That even now banks are giving you updated numbers that they don't ask for calls and all. The fake KYC scams and QR code. We should all know that why these are being asked for. And next slide, please. And these fake loan apps are also playing, on their the requirements of the organization. So while we know what are the legal protection for women online offline in the real world, but we should know that there is a legal protection for women online as well. So IT Act provides various sections under which you can file a complaint, and if the action will be taken, and there is an imprisonment and financial penalty as well. Next slide, please. So this is a very, very important slide for everyone, each one of you to understand that this is a cyber safety checklist. So again, as I mentioned, you must know your privacy settings. As you go on to point number 2, update your passwords. And there is also a website where it says haveibeenpawned.com, where you can put your email address and check whether your email has been compromised or not, and if yes, on which websites it has been compromised. So it's a very important, it's a good website to know regularly whether how you are using, and it will also give you a check or maybe a reminder that you need to change your passwords quite often. Again, check your apps. What are the access that you are being given? Very, very important is give to enable your factor authentication on your email and banking apps. It is very, very important for us to do this, and please be careful of uploading your photos and data sets or any information that you're putting online. And please be aware that this cyber there's a helpline 1930 at your doorstep. It is available for you, and you can also log into cybercrime.gov.in on that website and lodge a formal cyber complaint as well. So as we there is one slide which will show completely how you can go and log in your complaints. It's a very simple browsing and customer friendly website. It is not complicated. You just need to fill in few details, and your complaint will be registered, and it will be heard and acted upon. So as we come close to this conversation, it is very, very important that you should know that you are not vulnerable. As women and girls, you are not vulnerable, but the platform is, the applications you are using, those are vulnerable. So it is important that these threats should not make you paranoid, right? They should make you prepared. So stay safe and stay strong in this digital world. Digital freedom is your right. Thank you so much. Srishti, we can't hear you.
Okay. Am I audible now?
Yes.
Thank you, Smriti. As we come to the end of today's session, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to you for sharing your invaluable insights and for your continued efforts in promoting cybersecurity awareness across the nation. On behalf of ICIA Project and DSCI also, I would like to extend a thank you. We hope that today's session has provided useful knowledge and practical awareness that can be applied in everyday's digital interactions. To all the participants, I would also like to thank all the participants for their presence, and we wish a safe, secure, and empowering digital journey ahead. Have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you.